All right, guys, getting ready to bring you a exit video on one of the most popular square bodies I think we have had, and a really, really fun truck. We had a great time with it. It had a lot of amazing builders involved, and the finishing touches made this thing over the top. The new owner came in, actually drove down, viewed the truck, had a couple modifications he wanted to be made, and here she is. Back again.
That's a wrap.
We out. All right, guys. Quite arguably one of the coolest, best color combination trucks that we have had leave here in quite some time. If you guys follow us really close, you've seen my niece's black Silverado like this, Emily, and it goes, every time she posts something, it goes all over the Squarebody pages. But this truck has graced a lot of those pages also. But it is finally to the point we feel very complete with it. It needed a lot of finishing touches, but what truck doesn't? This truck was built, the owner really did not want to have his name in here. I even asked him, talked to him a few weeks ago, and said, hey, I'm going to do an exit video when this truck's done. He's like, no, I don't want any recognition for it. And he had a few people in the process building it with him, which did a great job on the parts that they did. Body and paint, you guys, is something that we don't do. You know that. And she is laser straight and slick. The difference between this one, because people did get it confused with Emily's truck a lot, is hers is a short bed, this is a long bed. Now for the details on this truck started as a half-ton regular cab long bed, 1980, believe it or not. So now it has the 87 appearance. It is 1-ton axle converted, Dana 60, corporate 14 bolt with disc brake conversion. Big old massive polished rear drive shaft. Whoa! Almost fell down there. AJ, you didn't catch that. That would have been a great moment for your blooper reel. Front drive shaft's been chromed. This truck is running the Davis Off-Road DOR steering and crossover. Two-wheel drive steering box. Flaming River connecting joints. Fox, don't know if they're chromed or high polished, but reservoir shocks. Jet hot coated long tube headers, making the 454 with thumper cam sound real good. Thought I popped it. Hit it again. There we go. So the hood on this truck's a little tricky because we do not have the prop rods on, as you can see over here. With a fiberglass hood, you can bend it and break it. Got a beautiful big block under the hood, looking good. Willwood disc brakes. And one of the really nice touches that we added to this truck that a lot of people think you can't do after the fact because they smoothed the firewall. This truck was built to be full-blown show only, put it on a trailer kind of deal. But you guys know we like ours to be as more driver quality. And the only thing left unfinished on this, only because of parts availability, is hooking up the wipers. The wipers need the wiring and the transmission put back in so that it will have functioning wipers, which we are still waiting on the parts. Aside from that, the heat and AC was done. Our main man, Junior, knocked this one out just before the other show truck that you guys are going to be seeing very soon. That is literally like the brother-sister team or little brother, big brother to this truck. Very similar, both fully frame off, both very custom. This truck has hot heat, ice cold AC, all the components are brand new. Another cool feature this truck got are the Davis Off-Road Power Steps. These are the steps that work with the tank. You guys know we carry a couple different brands and styles, and they patented both so that you guys can hide them or you can still see them. Either way you like it, no problem. But those are very nice for getting in and out of this truck. Interior, nicely finished off. There were quite a few wiring things, you know, horn, in-op, several things. Again, show truck related. You don't think about them, you don't need them. Has a functioning horn now. Has a functioning dome light. Dome light in the floor works. The seat and upholstery is amazing. What's laying in there are the books and the boxes and all the stuff for the air condition with the proper V-belt. That's another thing this truck got. Under the hood, while we were zooming in, you guys probably noticed it, but it had the serpentine belt system with all brand new serpentine belt components. Alternator, power steering pump, idlers, tensioners. Also got a Bluetooth radio. That was one thing he wanted added. He wanted the Bluetooth. He was specific with what brand. We got that taken care of, and also got the little pod speakers put up in the kick panels. The paint on this truck, though, I don't think anything other than sunlight shows it off the most. We pulled up to a car show with this truck in the fall, and we will be supporting that car show again. It was a Squarebody specific car show, basically. It blew everybody away. Raymond was actually driving it, our transport guy, and he drove up in the middle, and everybody just went bonkers. And rightly so. It just stands out like nothing else. The paint is great. The body is straight. This truck was done using almost everything original from GM per what I was told. Height of the lift, 10 inches. No block in the back. All spring suspension with 38 Super Swamper boggers and 12-inch wide Mickey Thompson wheels. We call those the slots. I think they've got a specific name. Daniel's on top of that stuff. He could tell you right off the top of his head, but it has a good look. That's all I can say. Got a bed cover on the back. We have a custom cloth, and we do need to stick that in the truck before it leaves, AJ. It's across the street. We got a custom cloth fitted car cover that we've ordered for these trucks. So if you guys are buying one of these from us and want to get that, I bought them in a bulk. Pretty decent deal, I think 300 bucks. But for a fitted black, very soft cover for keeping in your garage. Probably not the right cover for outside, but those are amazing. It's got the step bumper. Yep, the FEY step bumper on the back. Tailgate, doors, everything had been adjusted to just open and close perfectly. The lights are lightly smoke tinted. Again, on this side, same way on the step. Even got the billet strikers in the door. Everything's been cleaned up. Everything's been fitted. Gone back over all the little screws, all the little nuts, just to tweak everything just to that final stage. So again, guys, got to give credit where credit's due. Sometimes we get a truck that doesn't need 50 things done to it. It just needs 15, and that's really refreshing, because a lot of people go with these trucks, and we know what happens. We're guilty of it ourselves. You get to a point where it's ready for the road, and you just want to jump in and drive it, and the I'll get to it laters become I'll never get to it, and that's okay. You know, that's fine. That's what we're here for. We love carrying the trucks to the next level. This one, again, is a showstopper. Looks great, runs great. Might as well fire it up. Give it one last little purr on camera. If that ain't talking to you, nothing is. I heard AJ backing it in over here, pulling it out of the other shop, and came across, and I'm glad to catch this one last video of this truck. It's just like the rest, guys. We could have taken this truck and rocked it around to every show, and this is a first place winner, hands down. You know, I've had a lot of buddies that were show judges over the years and seen the checklist of what they look for, and everything they would look for, you can check off the box. I mean, this truck is show quality. But at the same time, it is driver quality. This man will drive and enjoy this truck. That tire and wheel setup is aggressive, but still rides and drives like it should. Again, once we get the wipers ironed out, really won't be anything on here. Every light works. That was the other thing, several lights, wiring, the sockets, just stuff's old, you know, and again, even with this extent of restoration, this truck still had little things that just go bad. One of these sockets just went bad. The wire came out of it. You can't put it back in. You got to replace it. This light over here, I don't think was ever actually even wired. A couple bulbs were out. Things happen. You know, again, it's, you know, they're old. They're antiques, believe it or not, and things do happen. But when we can let one roll out of here at this level, we're pretty impressed. We're thrilled to see it go to a happy new owner. This is the second truck owned by this particular customer that came out of our shop. Brian and Daniel and Johnny put a ton of pride in each and every one of these. And when I say that, guys, you know, most every truck makes its way through the shop, but not all of them spend weeks and months in the shop, unfortunately, because, you know, they don't all get to this level. You know, this was a six-figure truck. That being said, it still was a huge savings and time savings compared to somebody building this truck from scratch. Building this truck from scratch, you're talking a 2 to 3 year process. Like I talked about yesterday on the one we're working on currently. Talking about a 2 to 3 year process, and you realistically, to do it to this level with retail cost of parts and time and labor, again, a lot of you guys do it at home, so you don't have time and labor. That's great, that's no problem at all. But you could be doing something else. You could be with your kids, you could be at work working overtime, so there's a dollar factor involved even if you're doing it in your garage. But parts and labor to build a truck to this extent, you're gonna get into the mid 100s with retail pricing. Doing it yourself, buying the parts, duplicating this truck to this level with the body and paint, you know, you could probably do it under 100 if you did it yourself. But you're gonna put a lot of effort in, you're gonna spend a lot of hours. And it's a pleasure to have a truck like this go away. And everybody here, everybody that's seen this truck, everybody that's walked through the shop has really loved it and enjoyed it. So again, kudos to all involved with the whole process of this truck over the years and years it took to build, obviously. And we're very proud to see it go to a new home. Thank you guys for all the support. We do have a lot more to bring today. Dave's got some stuff going on. We do have the car show coming up tomorrow. Not really a car show, more of just a local kids gathering of some, not quite the trucks you guys are used to seeing, but we're gonna capture it because it is a huge turnout. It is one of the first shows of the year, and we're gonna take some stuff out there, and we're probably gonna unveil something that you guys have not seen yet. So thanks, guys. Appreciate the support. Truly do. Thanks again.